Okay, so
hold on.
just for the record, all right,
Before you
what?
do, Gail, you made
Okay,
an
hold on.
appearance in this shit show again.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't remember. I just
What?
remember saying about tentacle porn. We were really drunk.
so it's funny how all of Deimos's trauma, right? If you stretch back over the whole arc of our game, it all comes from Gale, because she was the original tentacle person.
You
Um,
made me roll dice. I was just happy. I was like, okay, and then she cuddled him to
In my
sleep, and then you were like, roll dice, and I was like, what? And then I got a
Could have
20
said no.
and a 1.
Yeah, could have said no.
in my
from the very beginning.
in my Saturday campaign, I renamed the Black Tentacle spell to Renly's Black Tentacles.
There we go. Very good. Very good. That's like the underlying theme of a lot of our game. The
I
Renly's
think the spice
the
of
source
life,
of
right?
yeah. Well, the thing is, because she's also Deimos's maybe like wait, we have a really screwed up lore, because Deimos
Bear, yeah,
loves
bear version of her.
Deimos.
doesn't. He has no beginning and no end, but he has like 7 moms.
No, he loves Tempest. Counts him as his dad. Well, Tempest was oddly attracted to Renly's tree form when she dropped that unbroke
Broccoli
that broken,
smash.
like, yeah, broccoli smash attack, and then that became sort of a thing. So, but then Deimos was like, "Are you my mother now?" And then she got her Mama Bear spell, or or
Yes,
ability,
like
and
not my son mode.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. So now it's all kind of messed up, and Deimos's his backstory is just vague enough that it could be some time
It's back to the
twisty.
future
And
shit.
you forgot the most important part, Midas. That moment of oh shitness when he was like, "You're my mom, but you tentacled me as an octopus."
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Stupid all-knowing mountain
And then
didn't know anything. Showed me my entire backstory and didn't show me my parents. But it did. But they were wrong.
and then last week, when she had the chance to cure him of all his trauma, she actually drove it in deeper. So
What? You did. Yeah, they're gonna have fun times, and I was like, tentacles
Everyone
are
else is
not
so
there.
nice.
So
Everyone else is such nice people.
anyway, all right. So last week,
Bondage that those were linked.
yes. All right, last week you guys made your way through Shehakim. You let's see, you defended the the indigenous people, the Arcanites, and saved Lady Sistia, Archangel of Winter, and her people, her angels. Then you got some more information and went off to find Ogma. While traveling through the wastes of the north, you encountered a crazy old specter who who's been basically living in terror and in agony and in a kind of just like walking death. He's unable to have any of his um, unable to feel anything, unable to do anything, just suffering basically. And he's basically begging you to kill him. Along the way, you realize that the mountain that is being powered by the stream of souls from Malavelm, the soul-devouring elm tree, is actually one of these horsemen's steeds. So you got a glimpse of conquest and glory as the mountain rose up. So glory, I mean, is the horse. Is the mountain itself. Conquests came down from the clouds above, and like I said, they're huge, like the size of a large mountain range, and they leapt off to go do something, to destroy a world somewhere, or who knows. And beneath on the mountain where glory was resting, you guys saw this. And this is where we left off last week. This is Ogma's body. Okay.
One minor correction.
Yep.
Maybe you guys had drank too much, but I distinctly remember Elwin blowing that mountain up. Just saying. It didn't rise out of nothing. It turned
As
into a
very
pile of
old, I
ash.
recall. Yes, that was wished into
There you go.
infinity and beyond.
So this mountain is about 1,000 miles away. And whatever. So
Hey, I tried.
Ogma points at it and says, "Kill me. Just do it. Destroy my body. Kill me. Kill me now." All right. What do you guys want to do?
Easy, we like.
So, are we like the size of a pixel on this map compared to how big this mountain of him is?
Yeah.
We're on this map, actually. I think we're further away.
You're further away. I mean,
I'm just trying to get scale. I'm trying to get scale.
yeah. You're like a pixel.
This is like fucking Mount Everest, right? Like
Yeah, it's a huge mountain.
Everest, and at the bottom of Mount Everest.
I
Yeah,
run
that'd be kind of
snakes
tall
around.
order, little homie ghost. And I wave my hand through space. That'd be kind of a tall order to destroy that. So could you just shut up?
He says, "Don't say things to me. I'll shove my foot up your ass." And he takes his foot and he pushes it and he kicks it where your butt is, and his foot passes straight through. So it looks like to everybody else that his foot is actually up your ass.
I take a picture.
No, I'm beginning to think you're just sexually frustrated.
It probably is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just around
You got
on the
blue balls.
What? I
Okay.
would like to conjure and try to conjure an apparition of a female to see if he can have ghosty sex with it.
Salome begins to transport you guys to where the mountain is.
Sick.
So it takes about half an hour, but then you arrive at the base of the mountain. So we'll say you guys are, there-ish.
Oh yeah. How do we get inside of it?
The mouth.
Mouth? That snake mouth or the butt mouth?
Snake mouth. You're the only one who likes to crawl up butts.
I don't know what you're talking about. And Demos isn't afraid of anything. I don't do weird stuff like that. Besides the couple times I did that.
Exactly, so you do it. But not this time.
Ogma says to you, "You know, it does kind of sound like you do it.
I look at him and I'm like, do I?
I mean, if you've done it once, or even twice, then it does sound like you do it."
No, but it was a big creature, and I crawled up it, and it was very effective.
Mm-hmm.
Stop joining my words again. Demo starts crying away.
All right. What do you guys do?
Head for the mouth.
Okay. The dragon mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you start heading that direction.
Unless, of course, Owen had another idea. Because I don't think he said anything.
Oh, I'm waiting at the mouth already.
All right.
Like
You guys.
30 miles away.
Nah, we're both there already.
All right. So you guys head over there. You're not sure how much. I guess. Did I tell you how much time you have? They told you that.
You said 1 to 7 millennia.
Conquest and Glory, when they leave, they're usually gone for about a day.
You said usually a couple days.
Oh, hey, guys. Real quick, we need to deal with something really fast.
Which is?
Because I need my 9th level spell slot back.
I head inside.
Yeah, my character. I'm gonna start a. I'm gonna start a fight.
All right, I can't anti-magic, and I knock you the shit out, and I'm just like, oh, who's the champ? I'm the fucking champ. Ah.
Okay, so you
I'm just
use
joking, I would
use
do that.
anti-magic. You use anti-magic,
I'm
which
just joking.
starts the fight. Which
Alright, no.
starts the fight.
I mean, I for some reason I don't think it's like a real fight. I don't think he's gonna let us use our get fight stuff back.
Oh
You
no!
trying to recover
I'm gonna get us
spell slots?
No, I'm gonna get us. I'm gonna get us in a fight with a demon.
Well,
I have one
probably
in my
won't.
pocket. I have one in my pocket.
All right, pull it
Yeah.
out. I'll grab it, and you can punch it as much as you want.
No, I was gonna make it not a cat anymore.
He
And
says-
then you can punch it.
Ogma says, "Demon," and he holds up his fingers like quote signs. In his pocket. Be careful. Be warned. Be very, very careful.
Does he look like
Okay,
Travis
fine.
Barker right now?
I will dispel the true polymorph.
If
Oh,
Travis
okay.
Barker put a mask on, would he look like Adis?
Well, actually, how long's it been since we were at when we rescued that first angel? How long's it been since then? 'Cause I have 30 days.
No, it hasn't been 30 days. It's been like 1, 2.
It's been like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, like 3
Okay.
days.
I will untrue polymorph it, and I will tell it to stay out here and to mentally send me a message if Douche Pickle and his horse comes back.
Okay, so this was a demon that you
not-
polymorphed, right?
Well,
Okay.
I had done another spell to it, which made it my bitch for a month, and then I polymorphed it to make it easier to carry it around.
Okay.
It's one of the
Those demon
big
mask dudes.
dudes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it'll chill outside.
It still has free will, but it has to do what I say, but it can interpret how doing what I say, so it can try to screw me over if it wanted. But that's why I said don't move from this spot and tell me if douchebag shows up immediately.
Tell it to keep its eyes open.
Do
Ogma
not
says
do
to-
it.
Ogma is standing right up to your face, Adis, and he's like kind of inspecting you. And he says, "You say it has free will, yet it has to do what you say. Tell me, you are not one much for consent, are you?"
Oh,
Kinda like-
bird.
The Catholic religion.
You know, I'm on a first name basis with this really nice lady down on the second level of hell. I would be so happy to send you, and she could diddle your butt for the next millennia if you don't shut up.
He's been asking you to kill him.
Okay, so we're at the
All right.
mouth.
So you head up to the mouth. You get to the mouth of this thing, and it was when this creature was frozen or when it was petrified was more a more appropriate word. You get there and you really realize that this structure is not actually a body; it's actual mountain. It's stone. It was former the body of a god, but now it is the mountain. You get there, and it's not really an open tunnel. I mean, the teeth are there, and there's a gap inside. But as you get to where the throat would be, inside its mouth, there are no more openings. It's like, its throat was closed. I mean, you can't get in much further.
Shit.
And you get a feeling that the you get a feeling that the whole thing is solid all the way
But
through.
it is.
Can any of you do the scrying besides me?
I can. But what were you saying, Alan?
I guess we go up the butt.
Yeah. But we only scry?
Well, I was gonna say to scry on his heart.
Oh, yeah, I point at where his heart is. It's right there.
There might be a difference between physical and the divine. We
No,
wanna
no,
find
no.
the divine.
I'm flexing really hard, and I'm like pretty confident that's where the hey, new skill for Deimos. I can scry now.
I just give Tempest a thumbs up.
All right. So wait.
Temp-
can you-
Tempest is perpetually face palming.
like for real though? Like, does this thing? So it's like it. Does it look like there might be a hole up its butthole, or like its mouth, or its ear hole, or something like that, or like?
It's like a mountain like was carved away, and this is what remains. Um, it's not hollow. There's nothing inside. It makes up rock.
Nothing inside.
It's solid rock.
Is that
So there's
his
no-
body or not?
Are you asking him? Or are you asking Ogma?
Oh no, you mentioned that this is now a mountain, and I'm just trying to double check. Like, you mean that this was him or not, or is this just a carving? I'm a bit confused.
I'm saying that the body was petrified and it is now a solid rock.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it fleshed to stoned.
So
Right,
it's
so
completely
it's like-
solid inside. There's no tunnels. You can't climb in through orifices or anything like that.
I will point up towards Ogma Frozen and look at Ogma Spirit and be like, "Is that you or someone else?"
Ogma looks up at it and he blushes a little bit. He goes, yeah, it's me.
Would you
Those two-
prefer us to go up your butthole, your nose, or a different orifice?
He says, I prefer it if you kill me, because
We're getting
you don't
But
know
which
what it's
orifice?
like. I cannot feel anything in this cold weather. I cannot
You
I
gotta
cannot
decide-
Orifice,
slake my
okay.
thirst or appease my hunger. He says,
grab him. But I'm pretty confident.
your hand passes right through him.
But like this time, I'm gonna flex and grab him.
like in you ever see Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, the old movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they focus hard enough and they can grab ghosts, or they can grab people, they can touch people in real life.
I'm like Deimos defies logic. He doesn't actually think he has powers. Like magic power, he just assume everything is muscle based. So I'm gonna try to grab a fucking ghost, and I'm gonna try to shove it inside of this dude. I'll be like, "Come on, get inside there. Come on, do it. Get in your body."
He sighs. He goes, "Don't you think I've tried that? Look!" And he kind of steps into the mountain. Then he
Kick him,
pops back
Deimos,
out again.
Kick him in.
I fucking power drop him in.
He says, and your foot passes right through him. He says, "You don't get it. I am dead. I just need to be destroyed. Whatever's left of me is holding me to this world, keeping me from passing on."
And I choke him by the throat, and then I grab this fucking mountain dude. And I'm like, "Alright, we're gonna do a new super special transfusion, boys. I don't think this will work, but if it does, it'll be pretty fucking cool." Can I try to infuse his soul back into the mountain with the true resurrection while sparking it, and also casting my super fancy thing we got that I never ever use?
Well, you can't touch Ogma the spirit.
No, I'm grabbing
It
it.
is-
I heard you, son of a bitch. Can I use a
He's
spark?
having the corpse, like
Can
the
I use a spark to try to grab him?
A
mountain,
spark.
because the corpse is
try
right
to
there.
I'll
grab
use a-
him.
Oh, wait. Can I use a 5th level raised dead while sparking to try to grab him that with my hand? And then
You're trying to
I'm gonna
grab the spark. Okay, you're trying to grab the spirit, right?
Yeah.
The specter. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and then okay.
No. He's trying to grab his soul.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a soul grab.
Yeah, it's grab his soul. Yeah. Just grab the soul, shove the shoulder inside the body, and now wingo wango kabungo. Taylor sees
I
no
mean-
logic in this. It's missing his soul. I will put it inside of him. Also giving it a shitload of juice because I don't even know what this. You gave us our spell like what 2 levels ago, and I've used it one time as a joke once.
which one?
I don't know. It's the what's that big thing he gave us, guys?
Mind splatter thing, the mind shatter one.
Music of
Music
the
of the
spheres?
spheres.
Are you using that one?
There's once when I was super drunk, having Ellen trying to bang a gigantic thingy. That's the only time I use it. I don't even know how it fucking works, but I'm assuming it powers stuff up more.
There you go.
I mean, you gotta read it.
Yeah, well, that's because you guys have. I like to play Deimos like how Deimos is. He doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. Okay. So you're trying to spark a raised dead to be able to grab the specter
Yeah.
and push it back into the body to
Yeah. Then
Res-
True Resurrect, and then Music of a Spheres it to also times it with my 5 spark.
try to resurrect the god.
I mean, unless someone else has a better idea. This is how Deimos is thinking. Yeah, throw it in there.
Done it like 3 times
Dude,
now.
if you jumpstart it while you give it the goods, it could work, right? Unless someone has a better idea. Someone have a better idea?
I mean, I could try to help you. But
Okay,
you need to bust out your shield and give me back my 9th level first.
Oh, I mean, that would probably be a good thing if I'm trying to do this shit. Get the shield up with the extra super healing stuff.
I think we should save the shield for when the horse comes back.
Oh, yeah. Isn't this
Oh, is
within
it
a day
like
or
a
two,
once
though?
a day thing?
Yeah. It's my one.
Okay, if you guys want to double down, I mean, you're welcome to try it, and try to resurrect. You've never done anything like this before. You know, you've resurrected angels or recalled angels somewhat. Definitely resurrected people. A god is a whole nother thing.
I've called back one for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can channel reincarnate along with it in case, he doesn't want to come back as a god. He can come back as a bunny.
Bunnies fuck a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Fuck
happy.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's not a
Totally
better idea.
make
Like,
him a
what
bunny
do other
ass.
people want to do? Because if not, I'm straight up just gonna do some crazy shit.
Frozen Ogma looks at you. He says, "Wait, guys, wait." He looks at you, Elwyn. He says, "You, go on."
What? Bunnies fuck a
Hey,
lot.
yes. Tell me about this.
When a boy bunny and a girl bunny. Wait, hold on. I don't want to get people tweeting at me. When
Visually.
two bunnies that are attracted to each other, that really doesn't matter the gender or however they identify anymore. When they're attracted to each other, they bang, and then
Use a relic to put up a whole holographic simulation of one thing.
that's exactly what I was doing. Give me 1 second. This is hilarious.
You looking up a video?
Yeah, it's a rabbit. Hold on, I think this is it.
I might be the same one I'm thinking about.
Or he just like brrr, and then he falls down.
Yeah, he flops over. It's hilarious. You found it?
No, not yet.
I got you. That's fucking
Yes,
hilarious.
He just
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
He just flops over.
I love the expression of the part. It's just like, Nicholas.
But
That's what I show him.
you PG'd it, so you PG'd it, so this is what you're showing him.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah, this is just from Bambi. This is Thumper. Okay. Ogma goes. Fascinating. He looks back at you.
The ground.
He looks back at Deimos and he says, "This is a difficult one, but I think you just need to kill me."
Or you could go back to doing your goddamn job.
How about we turn you into bunny and then kill you?
He says, He shrugs, and he says, I mean, you are welcome to try whatever you want to try, but I am getting fed up here.
Okay, he's willing.
That counts as consent.
All right, okay, what are you guys doing?
I have no idea. So are you gonna bust a move, Deimos?
Did we lose tables?
He's straining brain cells to try to um, figure out what he's doing because it's hard for Deimos.
All right. Not sure where Deimos went. Maybe he's getting a beer
Sorry,
or
that was
something.
my bad. Gotta go get a cat. Back. What are we doing?
I want to know what you guys want to do.
God into a bu-
I'm
we're
down.
we're turning the god into a bunny, and then we're
Boom.
gonna create a bunny for him to fuck, and then we're gonna conjure a wolf to eat him.
Or we'll
Wait,
just
what?
have Bun. Yeah, he still wants to die, but then we can turn him into Bunny first, so he can have happy days, and then we can have roast rabbit. Circle of life.
He ignored me when I told him maybe he should just go back to doing his damn job.
Alright, well, I mean, if that's what you guys think, that we turn him into a
Sounds.
bunny and then kill him after.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a great end for a cowardly god.
Adis says no, Renly says yes. Edwin, what do you say?
No, I say yes. I think it's perfect. I mean, even if we brought him back as a god, he'd be useless since he's this big of a coward.
Why is he so not? Why is he so not courageous?
I don't know. Why don't you
Oh, he's
ask him?
great,
He's a
great.
motherfucking god. He's put here for freaking me. Oh, Damos is getting ticked up right over here.
You know what, Deimos? What he's doing right now with the whole bunny foo-foo shit, it would be the equivalent of if your man Deimos ran away from a fight.
Dude, you fucking know. Can I punch him in the face, the Spectre?
The Spectre?
Yeah, I'm a
I
spark.
mean, go ahead, swing at him.
Yeah, I'm a spark it. But I'm gonna use it to try to punch some wisdom because I'm trying to do an enhance ability and wisdom on him and knock some motherfucking sense into him. That was a time. That was a 6, so times 2.
Okay.
But I'm
So
like,
you're swinging at
straight
him?
up just like as match. Yeah, I'm just like fucking motherfucker. Gosh damn it, you're stuck in here to take care of people. You're letting all your people down. Don't be a selfish piece of shit. You gosh damn it. And I punch him in the fucking face. They're like, come on, get all your people are getting fucking eaten up and swallowed up, and you're sitting there like a piece of shit. Gosh damn it.
Okay, so you swing at him. Your hand passes straight through him.
You son of a whore.
You keep going, and as you move through, your fist slams into the stone. You see some stone break. It cracks a little bit. That's all. I mean, it's a really strong punch.
Cast on the snow. On the stone.
Wait,
that
don't
what
we
are you
have
casting on the
another
stone?
Person,
Oh, the
Don't
stone
we
I
have
had the
another person
enhanced
waiting to
ability
be
that
a
was the
god?
×2 for it. For wisdom, so it stops being such a little janky bitch.
Okay. All right. So it casts on the stone. The stone does nothing.
Hey Deimos,
Mm.
why don't we make your backpack? Why don't we give his divinity to your backpack? He's got more courage than this dude does.
Damus doesn't like this nerd. Not you, Adis. The Spectre nerd.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm
The Spectre
suggesting
looks
we
at you and
give the
says,
Spectre's divinity to your backpack.
How?
So Salome
So
was
you
gonna chime in.
take
She
it
says,
from him. Oh, good.
Salome chimes in. She says, you all do know that Ogma's very, very different from how he was. This poor splintered remnant of his mind is nothing like what Ogma was.
Well, where's the fucking demon or devil who broke him? and then we're gonna have to beat his face or her face in, or his face or he, she. I don't care. If it's a living thing, I'm gonna beat his fucking face in.
She says, those demons moved on from here years ago, ascending the mountain. They came in, slew Ogma, shattering his body from his soul, as you see, entrapped Oril, took hold of their powers, and moved on, leaving one of their hosts behind.
Was it the big dude, horse dude that did it, or someone else?
No, the horse
Oh,
was one of the things they left.
okay. Then please don't freak out by this, but I'm gonna show you something. Um, I'm gonna. Was this the person that did it? And I'm gonna turn into Malabolgia.
She shudders a bit and she says, "He was amongst the demons, but there were many, many great lords of the abyss, dukes of hell, monstrous creatures, accompanied by millions of demons," she says, "and at the forefront, the Red God himself."
Well, see, this dude right here, we dragged his ass back down the mountain and kicked his ass. The only reason I can turn into this is because I took his power.
She nods. You all are powerful. But this
Pity
is
it
no
was me.
longer Ogma. The specter says, "Kill me. Please. Just kill me."
All right.
I have a
So-
question.
Well,
Multiple music of spheres. Can we do the opposite of mind shatter?
God damn it! You literally just said I was gonna say.
Opposite of Mind Shatter?
Yeah, he has a shattered mind. Can we unshatter his mind?
Hold on.
and I'll also ask the angel chick if she knows if his divinity is still here somewhere. Because we could always give it to someone else. We do know a couple people, I think. Dwarf guy, for one, because I don't think we've given him a floor yet. He's just working the forge, right? That one?
He has not been assigned anything yet. He's on Solaria with Bahamut.
Yeah.
So
Because we need the god to go up a floor. We can't leave a sigil without a god, or we can't go up, right?
correct.
So we need a god. So either we gotta fix this fool, or we have to replace him.
You guys can tell that Ogma is basically in a state of like suspended animation. He's dead, but he's not been allowed to die. Um, it has to do with the steed that basically stays here the whole time. That rests on this mountain. So his divinity is still within him, but it's as shattered and twisted and a shadow of its former self as this splinter of his mind that you've been talking to.
Okay, so since this is a
All
mountain,
right.
I'm looking towards Edith. Can you actually turn this mountain into a key, and can we just like walk away with it? So like we have his body somewhere else when the horse comes back.
Could certainly try if I had my 9th level spell back. Um, I'm gonna ask Ogma a question. I'm gonna be like, Ogma, I know you want to move on. I'm gonna be real nice about it. I'm gonna be like, I know you want to move on. You're tired of the whole god thing. I get it. I really do. So I have a deal for you. How about this? We're gonna restore you back because we can't let the sigil fall. And technically, you're not dead yet. So here's my suggestion. will restore you since you don't want to continue doing the god thing. You will only return to being a god for long enough for you to declare a successor and give them power, and then you can move on and do new things and go wherever you want. Sound good?
Um, roll a persuasion check.
Can I mark it? I haven't looked.
Yeah.
Since it's Earl, I will. For this, I'm going to use my D5, just cause. Got a 3, so
'Kay.
that's a
He says,
2.
um, as you use your awakened mind, or your awakened vision um, to aid you in giving clarity to your speech. For the first time, you see a little bit of calm come across the face of the specter. At once, for a second, the craze um, goes out of his eyes, and his features, um, the stress and it kind of just melts away from it, and he looks at you and says, "There is no coming back for me. I am too far gone. You must destroy me before it's too late."
Can I respond to the too far gone?
Mhm.
um, I would know this. Which level of heaven did Mr. resided on the first one, right?
She is there now, yeah.
But is that where her domain was originally? I can't remember. You've told us, but I can't remember where.
Mistra. No, I never specified where Mistra was. Akelia is on Elysium. So yeah, we'll just say that Mistra was on Elysium. Yeah, the base of
So
the mountain.
so since he was further up the mountain, he would be aware that Mr. had been killed.
Yeah.
Gone. Okay.
No. Mistra died after him. He died in the initial invasion. Mistra was only slain while you guys were on Earth later.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't
we,
here for I wasn't here for that, so I don't know when she was slain. Okay. Well, anyway, I will still make the point that Mr. was slain and obliterated from existence, and I brought her back from the nothing. So don't underestimate us.
You see the sanity beginning to leach away from him, and his face, and the tension, and um, the light goes out of his eyes. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Deimos, you're up.
Wait, so we're trying to get this guy back then?
You're going to tear through space and time
Hmm.
and undo whatever that fuckwad horse did to this poor
I
guy.
don't know how to do that.
You didn't know how to tear through space and time and drag a demon from like 3 levels up the mountain down to 2 levels down below this one, but you did it.
No, actually, that was someone else.
No, that was you.
No, that was
You
someone else.
moved.
No, that was Lady Sachet.
Oh, was it? I'm
Wait a
still
second.
saying. I'm still telling Deimos he did it. I'm still
Deimos is
telling
thinking, though,
Deimos
he's
that he
like,
did it.
if she could do it, and he's looking at her muscle mass.
Hey Midas,
I
I'm gonna
should-
Yeah.
start flying around the mountain,
'Kay.
calculating uh what like try to come up with a plan on how to kill it, how to kill his
Okay.
body.
All right, go ahead, fly.
I did.
I guess, but like, what I'm thinking though is, if this little lady could pull someone from that far away, I'm bigger, so I should be able to pull stuff from other levels too. Right? That makes sense.
Sure,
You also
you can
brought
think that.
You also brought. Oh, I'll also tell the old man how Deimos Tim's back to life.
That technically wasn't me, but I will take credit for it.
Yeah, it was. That was you that did that.
Definitely Renly. But
Was
I'll
it?
definitely take credit for it.
You guys have resurrected gods but when you've done so, they've become basically like enhanced mortals, with just
True, but
a
we're
sliver of
not
their
telling
former
the old man
divinity.
that.
Yeah.
We're not telling the old man that though. We're trying to get
Okay.
him to chill the fuck out.
All
That
right.
was my point, was to try to get him to
Elwin.
chill out and agree to this.
Elwin, you fly around and you're seeing this thing. It's all rugged stone. Um, are you trying to are you investigating it? Are you smacking it with anything? What are you doing to try to?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's um, like if it's a gigantic Jenga mountain, and if I just move one little rock, it'll all tumble down.
Nothing like
He's
that.
looking for that carbon.
But as you interact with it, you realize that it's not just stone. It's petrified. It's the petrified body of a god. It's way more. It's way harder. Way more. What's the word I'm looking for? More
Dense.
resilient, dense. Sure, there's a good word. Than stone. So it's gonna
Just
take if
magic
if
on it?
can you do what?
Can we just dispel magic on it? Like everything that's like on the mountain, just in case there's something there that's preventing him from moving on, like a spell or sigil or something?
Let's ask him how he got petrified. Hey, old man, how'd you get petrified?
Hmm? Well,
How did that happen to your body?
well,
Details.
he says. You see, I was just sitting there one day, and your mother she comes down and says, "Can I suck it a little?" And I said, "Well, sure." And I ended up like this. Fuck.
Really?
Where's your
That's
mom at? We just figure
Well,
some
as
stuff
far as I know, she's not in this sphere. She's about 3 spheres over, conquering another sphere. So yeah, I can't really help you with that one, Damas. He should have known better. I mean, she's got "Don't let me suck you off" tattooed on her forehead.
Are you?
And then on her
Casting a
chin
divine.
it says, "Me sucking you off will
Right,
petrify
right.
you." So that's on
Damos,
him.
Okay.
he's gonna do the right decision here. All right, he's gonna find out if this is right or wrong, if we need this dude or don't. I'm gonna go pray to Tempest. Pray real hard to Tempest, and I'm gonna see if
You?
my little bony boy comes through, because Tempest always tests me, but Bony Boy gives me the inside information on everything. So I'm like, yo, where you at, bro?
Renly, who are you asking?
Who was that be? Basically, I'm asking Midas. The Uber god.
The over god.
Um, let's see. Who would respond to you?
I know like our regular gods, but we are awakened, so I'm going beyond them. And beyond them, I see a desk and a computer, and I see someone talking.
Roll. Okay. Roll religion also.
Right.
Cornelius appears and talks to you too.
Yeah, I'm looking at Cornelius.
No, this is what her this is what her divine truth tells her. It shows her next week's episode on YouTube.
So much for a start.
You should get Cornelius, shouldn't you?
I just forgot one of my flaws that I got 3 years ago. I gotta find out who Urkel is.
1 second. Okay, let me find this out. Where was this? This was. One, two, three. All right. So, Deimos, did you say you're praying also? You're praying Tempest, right?
Well, I'm praying to my deity, which is definitely, obviously, Tempest, as we all know.
Okay.
Yes, whoever is answering, but no, definitely Tempest. But I'm gonna go through Merkel because Tempest keeps testing me.
Wait. You're
The dude's
I was gonna say
obviously,
you're
he's
praying to
obviously
Bane.
Bane. He's obviously Bane, but I still think it's Tempest, and the Tempest we have here, I'm pretty sure is just supposed to be like a test Tempest for actual Tempest, because Deimos is dumb.
Uh, Midas,
Yeah.
I will legend lore his body along with him.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So let's break this down. Let's split this up. Okay. So first, um, Deimos, roll a religion check.
Good at these. I give myself advantage. And just give me guidance, because I flex a little.
Okay. All right. Deimos, you go off. You walk off a few paces in the snow, and you start focusing your mind, channeling your divine senses, and you pray to you pray to the sky above.
Where's your Tempest? I got this one.
Does Tempest face palm? Is he face palming again?
I wink at
Yeah,
Tempest.
yeah.
He's like, it's like I found a cheat code. It's like I'm gonna super circumvent this because it's part of the test.
Okay, so Tempest is standing there. And he's like, ugh, and then you see a kind of flash in the sky, right? And just a little bit, like a dark flash, and you see Cornelius appear there, and and he goes, "What?" And then he pauses for a second, and Tempest is like waving his hands at Cornelius, and Cornelius goes, "Oh, oh, just 1 minute, hold on," and he kind of like waves his hands around, and flashes, and you see an inky blackness, and then where Cornelius was, um, there's now this.
Oh yeah.
Deimos.
I look back and forth. I slightly blink the other eye, but close it really quick. I'm like, I know it's a test. Hey, Tempest, I know it's you. I think it's a test, and I just need to find out if this if this statue man over here is worth fixing, or we should just break it, or what we should do.
Tempest says, "Well, you know me, Deimos,
Yes, it you.
god of breaking things.
Oh, okay.
Here, have some of Mr. Bane's essence."
Wait, would you? Hey, sorry. I clear out my ears really quick because there's snow that got into them. I'm like, Mr.
I mean,
Bro
have
Tempest.
have some of my essence.
It's what I thought. I'm sorry, that was my fault. It's been a long time, and I don't know what I'm doing, and you caught me off guard. Please don't hold this against me.
He says, and then Deimos, you feel uh, some golden light just kind of shining from the heavens down on you, and your muscles and your body is glistening. It's like you've been freshly oiled after working out.
Thank you. So break it, right?
He says, "Break it, Deimos."
All right. Don't tell me twice, sir. Break the shit out of this fucking big ass mountain. Gonna take me a second, but I got you.
Okay.
All right. Dude.
All right, he goes away. All right. Let's go up to Adis. You're gonna legend lore. What are you gonna do?
Legend lore his body. See if I can find out anything.
Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings you to a mind. A brief summary of the significant lore of the things you learn.
It's really the only thing I got that could be helpful. I don't think I have any contact.
Okay. You touch the mountain, and you cast legend lore, and you hear a voice in your mind just recounting the battle, recounting the events that happened, how Ogma and his forces fought the invading hordes, how many fell, how the tide was overwhelming, and this world that was once peaceful, and the snow and the unity of knowledge and the cold of the snow, and which is really a telepathic bond, um, really made this place a paradise for all the creatures involved, with their minds connected to each other and their knowledge shared amongst each other. How that was disrupted and shattered and perverted in this overwhelming onslaught. You see the image of Ogma, um, a god of knowledge, not necessarily a warrior himself, standing there, his angels defending him, being thrown aside. You see um, a particularly shining, bright archangel doing everything she can to stem back the hordes of demons. But then a monstrous creature sweeps her aside and and rushes in and brings Ogma down low. And there he is, kneeling to the ground, um, his body burning with black fire. You hear his screams, and you can feel the world break itself breaking. And after the charred, the kind of like noxious smoke is has been cleared from the air. That this huge plume of black smoke is cleared from the air. All that remains is a burned corpse of Ogma, petrified in place, and you see the snow beginning to gather around it. Inside of this, what? Inside of this mountain still, um, the essence of Ogma, however, is retained. So, like I said, it's a state of mostly death.
Was the big dude that like kicked his ass douchebag red guy,
No.
or was it something else? Oh, sweet, somebody else's ass to kick on the way up.
Oh, there's a lot. You weren't here for the
All
first
right,
part. I
well
mean,
so I'll explain
yeah,
to
there's a
everybody
ton of
what I
them.
saw and be like, since it wasn't the big Wamba Jamma, the odds are significantly now greater we can undo this shit.
Alright. I think we have to
Wait,
break, guys.
before we break it,
We
Deimos,
gotta break it.
I'm gonna ask. Hold on, you can break it, but hold on,
Okay.
Ogma. So your like essence and stuff is still up in the mountain.
Fucking
Um,
break it.
would you mind terribly if we give it to someone? Because we kind of
He
need to
goes,
do
huh?
that before we break your.
Huh?
You need to give your power to someone else before we break the mountain and free you. Do you have any objection?
He um he shakes his head at you and says, "I just need to die."
I'm taking that as your consent.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
phone
Adis,
Elwyn and tell him about
Elwyn,
the.
and Deimos. Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
I think we should
Yes.
give his power to the dwarf, and the dwarf could probably seriously help us demolish this mountain.
Guess. Now hear me out on this one. The god doesn't have to stay in the realm, right?
He does.
So the god
I mean, they
has
can
to
travel
stay
elsewhere, but their home realm it becomes this realm.
in loop and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can move
Because
somewhere. They can move
this
elsewhere.
god, because this god maintains the land. If we destroy him and don't replace him, the land goes
We
with
can
him.
replace him.
Yeah, no, but we have to
But
do
who's
it
the
before
smartest person
we
we all know?
release him.
Who's the smartest
Well,
person we all know?
the only person. There's only two people we know that could potentially take up the mantle, and that's
Not true.
Dwarf and Mistra.
Oh no.
Who else do we know that have divinity?
Point at Tempest. And
Oh, right,
and
Tempest could take it
the
up.
weirdest thing over is like I'm like, I don't know if you know this yet, but I point at Elwin. He's the fire thunder god of this guy.
Yeah, but whoever takes up this mantle needs to stay to help fix this plane, and we need Elwin with us. We can't leave him behind.
All right, I pull out my sending stone that I got from this dude, and I look at Adis and I walk away a little bit. I like hush tone it.
I pull out mine, turn on speakerphone.
And I'm like, hey, yeah, Max. Can you tell that your friend of yours who you are not dating, because Deimos is retconning everything. You guys are not a couple. At anything, you guys just kind of get along and you like stuff, but you guys are not. Guys don't like each other sexually. You guys just like also board games and stuff together. Like you're gonna be
Who are
the
you calling?
best. Oh, I'm calling Max
Who are you calling?
Dastardly below the levels.
Oh.
Yeah,
he's,
Max
he's,
Dastardly is.
he's the guy that's banging Mister.
No, he's not. He's not. I'm changing it because we're making everyone happy. Making everyone happy. He's not trying to bang Mistra. He's just gonna be that friend who's gonna be the best man at her wedding. You know what? He's like that type of dude. He's like
So
he's like the cool friend guy because we're all
The
happy
gangster on
here.
the side and keeps it real
Yeah,
quiet.
exactly. No,
yeah.
So,
no.
so Max is being retconned as being gay.
Oh, Max is getting retconned as a good. Oh, you know what? Fuck you then. Okay, he's banging this shit out of Mistra. No.
After
She's
full
got a-
circle.
She just got a bump on her forehead from
They're just good
her head
friends.
hitting the wall.
They're just good friends, and like they're just friends. They're friends, and like the play D&D together, right? And they're like,
I hold mine up to Deimos's ear so he hears himself echo.
oh shit, Aiden, I knew I should have given you my backup. This was a terrible idea. All right, well, Max, you're gonna throw that cell phone away because I accidentally gave the backup to Adis apparently. But yeah, can you get Mistra up here?
Okay,
We
so
would have to
Tell
go
her to
get
put her
Deimos.
pants back on.
Oh shit!
We would
No,
have
you wait. Okay.
Demos.
I gave everyone up
Demos.
a phone.
Deimos. If we're gonna do that, we would have to go get them because remember the plane below us is they haven't fixed it yet.
How about we? I'm gonna go first. I think before we do this, we should
Because
go
of the
break this
place
shit
with
out of this
the
giant.
place with the mall.
All right, you guys do that. I'm gonna go dig dug on this guy and break it.
Why don't we just give it to Tempest? That was actually a great idea.
I'm gonna
He's
start
scared.
breaking. I'm gonna start
Break
breaking it with.
Breaking it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Actually,
Well, let's be honest.
All right.
You
they
wanna
don't
go?
know where it
Did
is.
I?
Well, I'm just saying.
From
We have a
the-
god of
from-
magic, and this is a god of intelligence. They're pretty much like hand in hand. Mister would probably be this like the next best one for it.
Well, Elwin could bring her here to claim the power because he can still gate. I can't gate right now.
Yeah,
'Cause
but,
I'm not at
you know what?
level.
I'm gonna dig into this mountain.
Well, we should go.
You're gonna
check
start
out
trying to break the
source
mountain?
first.
Oh yeah.
I'll point
We're gonna-
Deimos to where the source was so that he can break in there first.
I'm gonna like hold my eyes shut, and I feel like we already touched one sliver of like whatever of divinity. Can we like sense another one? Because like
Well,
it's some
I
immense
know
power
where
from
it
last time.
is. I know where it is from my legend lore. I'm
Oh,
pointing
where is
to
it?
you where to go.
Oh,
That
okay.
point.
You,
it's
you
so
pointed it out?
okay. You guys realize that it's a 99.5% of Ogma's divine essence has already burned off in the fire that killed him. The remaining 0.5%, just that minor sliver that is holding his body here, holding his specter here, is infused throughout the whole mountain.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
we just gotta kill
Just,
it.
just let Tempest try to take it,
Easy.
and maybe the mountain will just come down.
I'm gonna punch my hand through it, grab all the essence, and pull it out.
Do it.
That's
You
makes
you
perfect
smash your
Can I-
hand into the
can I-
rock.
Can I
Yeah.
donate?
Making
Can
his
I donate a spark to his attempt to pull it out?
Yeah, and I'm gonna spark it too, because like this makes perfect sense. If there's essence in the whole body, it's all got to go to the point where the part's breaking, because it's an like I mean it was a fractal point, right?
I
You gotta,
think-
you gotta,
Absorbing through the
oh,
fractal point.
yeah.
and therefore, at the
Remember, he
point,
told
if
you-
I'm
he
wait,
told
wait,
you.
hold on. I think you
he
guys are
told you where the
confused.
contact point
Wait,
was.
dude. you're confused. It's not the essence that he needs to take over. It's the vigil. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we. Who cares about the essence? He wants to die, so we're gonna kill him. It's
No,
the
I know,
Yeah,
but
vigil that a god
if we
needs to take over.
No,
I'm
Ellen's
saying
right.
if I take that, yeah,
Ellen's
no,
right.
you're right.
I
But
feel
I'm just
you
saying if I
on
take
that,
the
Owen.
essence, it might be easier for whoever we give it to make him slightly better,
I,
slash visual stuff easier. But yeah, I'm no, we gotta kill
I'm
this
not talking
motherfucker.
about the visual. I have this stinking feeling that if we let his essence go and dissipate completely, that the ground beneath our feet will start to unravel because he's the one that created it.
All right, you guys destroy the body. I try to suck essence. I'm gonna pull all the essence out, and then yeah.
All right, are you
All
sucking
right.
it?
Hmm?
Are you sucking it?
Hmm?
Can I contribute?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know about.
Go to the. You have to go to the original contact point, Damos. He already told you
It's all
where it
burnt
was.
up, dude. Dude,
No,
I'm gonna go fly up to his fucking head. All right, and I'm gonna start punching in there and pulling his essence out while you guys destroy the fucking mountain. How's that sound?
sounds good. Can I give him a spark for that, Midas, or
Yes.
no?
Go ahead and spark it.
Thanks.
All right.
I will also spark.
Oh,
Oh,
it didn't help.
no, wrong
Sorry.
spark. Yeah,
Then I will join
All
Elwin.
right.
I
All right.
will
What I want you guys,
attempt.
what I want you guys to do,
Go ahead.
all three of you, is tell me. So remember, this mountain is not just rock. It's way denser than rock. It's the petrified body of a god. I want you to figure out exactly how you are trying to break this mountain. It's massive. Okay. So you guys figure it out. Use your abilities and whatnot. Well, I talked to Renly. Renly, you you cast your divine whatever it was,
Divine
divine truth,
truth, yeah.
divine truth. Okay, and you sparked a 3. Okay. You hear all this chattering in the background. You hear the guys just like arguing with each other, and Deimos hits a rock, and they fly off into the air, circling the mountain. And you hear them doing things, and you hear big cracks of energy and pounding rocks and that kind of stuff. But you were sitting down because legend lore. I mean, your divine truth is an 8th level spell. It's a high level ability, right?
Yep.
Um, and and in that moment, as your mind reaches out, you find yourself connecting with something, and you hear a voice say, um, "What have you to ask of me, daughter? I've sensed you from afar. I've heard your voices, and I have been told of your deeds. Tell me, what do you wish to know?"
Hi, this is Renly. Who's this?
I've been known by many names,
Is
and
there one
it's
that I would?
it says, and I've taken many forms. Perhaps this is one that would be appealing, or see, that would be familiar to you. 1 second.
Hey, buddy. I've forgotten his name, but I'm like, yeah. So, um, yeah, Liam. It's been swell. It's been great. Yeah. So I had wait, wasn't Liam priest of Tempest?
Nope, not Tempest.
yes, he is now.
I forgot it. Never mind. I'm racking my brains to remember who he was the god
So
of.
so Liam was the cleric in Mistrala, and you were on faculty in Mistrala, so you would know.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. Sorry. He was the cleric of a certain god, and I can't remember which god it was. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm blanking out now.
Lathander.
Oh yes, Okay. All right. And I'll be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, so, we're kinda, on a certain plane where Ogma is dead but can't move on because of a certain, steed, holding him down and petrified. And we're trying to, like, just help him move on, and be chill and not, shattered mind here. Do you have any tip or, way to unbind him and help him, go with the flow, circle of life.
He he's, he pauses and he says, "Take a walk with me, Renly."
All right.
So, you see yourself walking through the temple of Lathander, in Mistrala. The world around you kind of changes and shifts, and you see him just kind of looking around at the ceiling and the intricate crystalline structures up there. You remember this place? This is where Atelifos and Ava got married.
Yes,
This is
that was
yeah.
the
This
highlight.
is this yeah. This was your the the point of religion in your hometown. He says he says to you. He says, Ogma, like so many of us, is gone. Very few remain, myself included, but he shakes his head. Time, the time draws nigh. He says, You have what you need to help Ogma on his way. But Renly, what is it you really wish to know?
I just look towards him, and I look towards, you know, my do I just see the temple right now, or do I
Yeah,
actually
that's all you
see?
can see is a temple.
Okay.
You and Lathander. And
Okay.
Lathander is in the form of Liam. He's taking on this image, in the temple.
I'm looking up at the stained glass, and I'm sort of like, I'm not really looking at him so much as just the architecture and the glass, and I can't quite meet his eyes at this point as I'm just like thinking back, and I talk to him, and I do say, so, it's been a while, but, at a certain point, I did kind of die. And, there was a lot of tea, and it was actually really nice. I kind of liked it. And now I'm back, and there's been a lot of changes. Like, not that I'm sad to be, around people and like, oh, Tempest is like really, really great eye candy, especially when he's squatting. Like, all the squats, like the glutes. I mean, I'm just saying that, you know, I don't know like where this is leading partly, where I feel like perhaps this isn't going to end that well. I was in a nice place, and now what if it's just going to end up in the ninth circle of hell?
He smiles a little bit. He says to you, The future is unclear for us all. Look at me, look at us. Once there were 9 of us, gods above the other gods, and at our head, Pelor. To his left, Corlin Larathian. To his right, Tyr, Mistra, the greater gods of our world. And now, most have fallen, and but I and one other remain. I say this to you, Renly, because none of us knows our ultimate fate. All we can do is strive for what is right, and take comfort in the knowledge that with every sunset there is a sunrise. I was there, Renly, with your rebirth, for that is mine. All of life and birth and renewal itself flows through me, and I tell you, even if this were all to fade away, and the darkness were to overwhelm, there would someday, inevitably, be a sunrise.
I look at him and, just sort of like nod, you know, that thanks. Yeah, you're not that bad. And I hope you survive till the point we actually reach you as well. So please hold on and stay strong. And we'll be there soon. Thanks. I
He
kind of try to give
says,
him a fist bump.
he looks at you again. He smiles and he says, "Do hurry." He points through the ceiling, and you see the ceiling kind of like spread apart. The stained glass just recedes, and you find yourself looking at a towering spire all the way, just massive, massive spire just stretching up into the heaven. It looks seemingly infinitely. You realize that you're looking at Mount Celestia itself. And the very, very tip, and possibly far away, you see a glint of gleaming light at the very tip of the mountain. And he says, I am up there, and the demons batter my very door as we speak. Do hurry.
uh, yeah. And I'll just nod in panic then.
He nods back at you and fades away.
Very.
Okay. Deimos, Elwyn, and Adis, what are you doing to the mountain?
Renly, can you cast enlarge?
I'm in my
Oh
talk
yeah.
under, so
Ellen, can you cast enlarge? Sorcerers can get it. Do you have it?
No, why would I take enlarge?
I was just curious. All right, I'm gonna turn into Baruch, enlarge myself to 600 feet tall, and just go to town on this mountain with my
Okay.
big Cyclops beam and my massive fucking fist and my
Alright.
Okay.
earth-shattering stomps.
Where's the you said where your point where the main part of the essence was, or was it just all over?
It's all over. It's the whole
Alright.
mountain.
Alright, well,
Oh, I'll use my beam to cleave his head off first
yeah, we should probably just take the head off. He take the head off, he die.
and see if that just does it.
Okay. You blast it with your beam. You can see it. It's not cutting through instantly, but stone is bursting aside. It's like a, like in it's just the only thing I can think of in Star Wars Episode One: The Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan is, or when Qui-Gon Jinn tries to cut through the blast door. It takes a while.
Yeah, I'll just keep doing that. My slaying gaze until the head falls off. Then I'll start
Okay.
stomping and punching and shooting.
All right, Deimos, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know if Ellen's keep breaking shit. My plan was kind of just to reach into like the back here where the heart would be, or the brain would be, because he's a brain dude, where that head falls off, I guess. I'll be like super duper Deimos, and I'm gonna try to fucking like pull as much of the essence out as I can, because Deimos definitely thinks he can. I'm gonna use my shield as a focus because it's a super technically holy object. and also
Mhm.
we've grabbed one of those. I've grabbed one of those things before, so I kind of know how it feels.
Mhm.
But mainly, I'm not gonna use it for myself or anybody. It's mainly just so we can I can hold on to it enough to we can push it into somebody else, so we
Okay.
don't like lose complete dominion over stuff, even
You
if it's
have
like
done a
point
little
zero
bit.
zero 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 0.0001%.
You've done s- a little bit of something like this before. You're tearing through the stone, and as you break stone, you realize that your shield seems to begin to glow. Okay, your shield is picking up the essence
Um,
as you're breaking through stone.
I'm gonna start nibbling on the hair of that other guy that we got because she gave me her hair because that's the hair that I got that we got that yeah that like we could touch the essence of. All right.
Wait, who
But yeah,
what?
huh? What's her name?
Which one?
Let me check. I have hair of. Oh, I have Celine's hair and Michael's
Oh,
apparently.
you got Celine's hair. Celine's
Yeah,
hair.
she decided to give me
Okay.
her hair. So like I'm like putting two and two together like the magical super divine components, and I'm just pulling that stuff out and I'll spark it. I'm gonna do a D5 right now.
The only saloon that you know that you met was this one, and I think you got a hair when you fought
Yeah,
her.
she asked. I asked if I could have her hair, and she said, "Take it before I go crazy." So I ripped all of her hair
Oh
off.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
That's
have.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely ripped
Ugh.
her hair off.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a D. That's a
Okay.
5 right there on that spark,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do my spheres
Okay.
thing on it to times it by 2. And I guess here's my athletics thing, which I will obviously guide because I'm super smart. So that's a 50.
Okay.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a 51 times 10. So that's a 510.
So okay. So you're channeling. You're using the hair of Saloon, and what else?
Uh,
The hair of
I'm
who?
using the yeah, and my shield. I'm using my music for the spheres and my super spark, and I'm using just my muscles because I have muscles and these cool gloves I have for the longest times, which are really good at grabbing things. And I'm
Okay.
really just trying to pull the essence out as much as I can, and I'm gonna store it in my shield or like the hair, like the other vessels I can put them in. I know can hold divine energy till I can pass it off onto somebody else.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
if you're
Cool.
using your music of of the spheres, you can just pretty much destroy the mountain at will.
But it could also times two my times 5 of my stuff to pull out the spark thing.
Game on.
So all right. So all right. So Elwin, what do you?
And then
So
break the head.
Deimos, Deimos, I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you. Elwin, what are you doing?
I'm watching Deimos do all this shit.
All right. Okay, Deimos.
I'll, I guess I'll help
Go ahead.
with. I'll use my newly acquired triple beam
Ah.
from my staff.
Mhm.
My
Your legacy weapon.
divine, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Unload yourself. All right. So So this is so Baruch is like standing on this thing's shoulders, blasting with his slaying gaze. Elwin, you're in full fire god glory up in the sky, just raining down massive beams of death and destruction into the mountain. You can see the large chunks cracking off, shattering off. Um, you guys are doing massive damage. Deimos, you you begin to glow as you're blasting through this stone. You're channeling all these abilities. Your eyes are blazing with blue light. In your awakened form, you're just ripping through stone, spinning around, twirling, leaping impossibly fast back and forth. Um, and things happen. You start to flash through your various super phases. So you hit Super Saiyan 1, Super Deimos 1, right? Then you hit Super Deimos 2, okay? And as your shield is glowing, and you're blasting through, you're channeling these divine artifacts that you've brought and you've gathered along the way. And you can feel the essence of Ogma with every rock that you shatter, every piece of him that you break apart. Um, little bits of his essence are being drawn to you, absorbed by your shield. All right. So from up and above, he's literally like a hurling, slashing wild man, like a tornado, just spinning, blasting. Rock is flying apart in huge swaths. He'll take a swing at something, and all the rock for 100 feet will just explode. Right? He'll rush in another direction. He'll slam his hand into the ground and create a cavern in the area and just drop down and keep spinning and blasting. Huge chunks blowing left and right. Um, so with you doing that, Deimos, and the rest of you attacking it and shattering it, it doesn't take long. You guys full on Elwyn and Adis, you sever the top part, and it breaks apart, and it comes tumbling down his head and his upper shoulders, splitting apart like an avalanche of stone and rock. Deimos, you're whirling and blasting around like a Tasmanian devil, and you're wearing this whole mountain down. And the time it takes them to do that, to break off the top part, you've eroded um, just in pure like destruction, a greater part of the core of his body. And in doing so, you're burning with light, and you're gonna gain a new Super Saiyan level.
Wait, guys, trying to give your power away. Alright, yes.
Okay. So you have Super Deimos, right? Which is this one. Well, I don't know what it says. Then so you have Super Deimos level 8.
Yeah, so I got 7, 8, 9, and then my big bad boy is 10. But the big bad boy is like the super crazy thing that's broken.
Yeah, that's Super Saiyan Blue. But there's other versions of Super
yeah.
Saiyan, right? Let me see. Super Saiyan levels.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then there's like red. So technically we could hit red.
Super Saiyan Red.
That's
Let's
from
see
GT,
here.
bro.
Okay, I'm looking it up here. Super Saiyan Full Power, Super Saiyan 2,
Super Saiyan
Super
God.
Saiyan
Is that what
3.
it's called now?
Yeah, it's weird. So
The
GT has
highest is
red
blue,
one.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, actually, it's blue 2. You can get to Super Saiyan Blue 2, and actually, there's also the white version above Blue 2.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, you have. Oh wow. You have Super Saiyan Blue right now, and when you do your 10th level spell. Okay. Um.
So I thought it went Super Saiyan 2, 3, Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan Blue.
So Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan
There's-
Red are kind of the same. So
Yeah.
Super Saiyan God is red, but technically they took that from GT.
It goes Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan Rage, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Rose, Super Saiyan White, Ultimate
Oh.
Instinct, Mastered Ultimate Instinct.
Oh, Ultimate Instinct. That's the white one. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of them.
There's 17.
There's a lot of them.
There's 17.
There's also
Saiyan
like the
ranks.
legendary green one.
All right, we'll call this
And then
red. We'll
above-
call this Super Saiyan Red. Okay, Deimos. All right, so you want it, so this is gonna be your damage form. Okay. I'll write it up, but it's basically you'll be eating away at your hit points, but it'll cause you to be able to do massive damage.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Like
So
that.
I'll write this up for you. I just gotta write a note to myself. Make Super Saiyan Red for Deimos.
And that's what you
Okay.
get from eating on a god's hair. I swear, it's not even weird, guys.
So this will be your new damage output form, Deimos. You've never been able to really keep pace with like Elwyn, or when Renly triggers all of her crazy stuff, or when they do
kinda like
when Adis
that.
does. Well, in this form you will be able to. All right,
Okay.
I'll write it up for you. Okay, Renly, from down below at the base of the mountain, you look up and you see your friends, your companions, just unleashing all this massive power at this mountain, shattering it, breaking it apart. You see Deimos burning and spinning with red light, like in a way you've never seen him before. It is absolutely devastating this mountain, and within 10 minutes they've reduced this mountain to just rubble. Okay. One thing you do notice, Renly, though, is that it is incredibly loud and incredibly flashy.
Allegedly.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it.
Sounds about
Alright,
right.
So
and
you tell me how you can take down a
So-
mountain where it's not flashing loud.
So you would totally.
I didn't
so
say that you would
we-
be able to.
Or we're
So
sneak
me-
attack at death, okay?
So me and Deimos totally succeeded our secret objective of making one hell of a scene out of destroying this mountain.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. But what you see, Renly, is as the mountain is falling apart, but by the time they're at the base of the mountain, they're at the final 10% at the bottom of the mountain. Renly, someone steps up next to you, beside you, and he looks down at you, Renly, because you're short, and he looks down at you, and you see him smile. He goes, "Tell your companions thank you for me. This was a gift to save me from an eternity of tormented wandering." He points to the base of the mountain. He says, and basically, inside the dragon's at the dragon's mouth. He says, "Break that apart. That was my loyal. No, pet is the wrong word. Friend,
Companion.
philosopher. Yes, his name was Philosopher. He was my vigil. You will find within him, within his skull, the power you need to grant control of my domain to another." He pats you on the shoulder. He says, "May you continue in knowledge and in peace."
You do. See you in the next life.
He nods at you and he smiles and he looks off into the distance as he slowly fades away.
We just killed a guy, technically.
Through the telepathic bond, I'm like, guys, he's moved on. Get the skull. It's his companion, but also the vigil. So be nice about it, but go smash. Demo, smash.
Damn, smashes.
Okay, so you guys break your way down.
Just laser beam the head off of it and let's take it with us? Or do we need to smash it completely?
I think we
Smash
gotta find the vigil
power.
ball inside of it.
You break it open.
Oh, okay.
You break it open, and inside you find a crystal brain, crystallized lizard brain. And it is thrumming. I mean, yea, even throbbing with power. That's just a funny word, throbbing. All right, this is the vigil
Thrumming.
of knowledge. This is Ogma's vigil. Okay. But of course, yeah, it is right. Plus throbbing. Anything you guys want to say or do?
We take it with us if it's not too big.
Not. I mean, it's large. It's the size of a
What's its CR rating?
the brain. It doesn't have a CR
Yeah.
rating. It's the
It
size of
doesn't? Okay,
of
then
a,
good.
like a those workout balls that you like people
Oh,
bounce on. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, then we can totally easily carry that.
I'll just
Oh,
area-
and while I'm coming down the mountain still in Baruch form, I will blow away that demon.
Okay. The one that you'd summon.
Just- Just
still standing there.
absent-mindedly, just
Yeah, he's standing. You just evaporate him. Okay. Then as you do that, you look around though, and you see from the south a dark. Not it's not a cloud. It's a thickly assembled swarm heading your
Time to
direction.
get it on, Deimos. Let's do this.
I thought this was where we leave.
No, this is where we go kick ass because
I'm just
they
picturing
coming to
Ada
find out how the
walking
mountain
over
got
there.
destroyed and oh, yeah, I'm like 600 fucking feet tall. I'm game. Let's
Pretend
do this shit.
movements. You're walking 10 feet
I'll-
at a time. We're leaving.
I will I will fucking kick. I will with one kick. I will send them flying like 1,000 miles.
Okay. The demons are coming. What do you guys want to do?
Leaving.
Are you leaving or staying?
Leaving. Like,
Where are we gonna go?
wasn't the plan like we meet up with Ogma and then we had a checklist.
Yeah, we gotta go convince Ogma's angel, who is not here but might show up since we just blew up her boss's mountain.
Wasn't
So-
she at the other place?
Yeah, you guys
That's
got.
right. She got captured by a demon. That's right. Or she's pretending to be captured by a demon or something.
So Aurel is captured by a demon. Sistia is the archangel of winter. You need to reunite her with Magali, the
Mhm.
archangel of knowledge, her sister, right? And Sistia or Magali is in Ashbarrow, so this section here.
That's where the angel is, not the other god, right?
Yeah,
Right.
the other god is in the mock
Okay.
fields, trapped.
Not
Okay,
fields, okay.
Magali.
And we're up here in the mountains. So are we trying to save that giant soul-eating tree, or are we destroying that fucking thing?
You have not inquired about that.
Curious. Well, no, I'm asking them. They had talked about it. I missed part of it at the tree because I think I missed a session.
The
We never
You're not-
really
Bell?
asked about it. We just heard it's
Is the tree okay? Let me rephrase. Is the tree a demon or is it something corrupted?
It's a corrupted
I-
tree.
Oh, okay, so we don't want to blow it up. How far away are those demons before we
Uh,
leave?
Oh, they're several miles out.
I want to try, if you'll let me. I want to pick up a piece of Ogma and I want to freaking trebuchet it at them. 'Cause I'm like a half a mile tall.
The densest
Almost.
material on the plane.
Yep, I'm just gonna pick up a big old chunk of Ogma and just fucking hurl it at them
Okay,
before we leave.
Toss it to
You
Dave.
toss
Let's
it.
look it over.
yeah, you toss
Huh?
it far. Go ahead and roll athletics check.
Athletics is a strength check, right?
Yes. He's pretty strong. I mean, you chuck it. You
You know what?
hurl
Can I
this thing
spark-
off
can I
into the sky.
Can I
Yeah,
spark it? Because I want to
Sure.
make sure it hits.
Okay. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
40.
You blast.
52.
Yeah, you blast it through the sky. It goes off into the distance, and you hurl it into the center of the swarm. You know it makes contact. You hear, and you can't hear. It's too far away, but you can see that it definitely flew into the center of the swarm.
Alright, now what
Good
will
enough for me.
Deimos through?
What happened when Deimos threw it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Deimos threw a big chunk too.
Yeah.
I'll hold Deimos up into the sky so he gets more. Because if you throw
Okay.
him from a higher altitude.
All right, yeah. So with you holding Deimos up, with a 40, he can make it about to the cloud as well. It didn't make quite as a disturbance in the cloud as yours did, but it made it to the cloud.
Counts. Let's get the fuck out.
Oh no! I reach down and I grab a handful of more rocks and hold them up to Deimos on my other hand and say, "Have at it." As I start walking away.
All right, Deimos, you're chucking rocks at the demons, and they just you hear. Now they're starting to they're speeding up, and there's a lot of them, thousands of them, and some variations that you haven't encountered before, just swarming your way. You guys are. What are you doing? Are you leaving? Or are you staying put? If you're leaving, where are you going?
Here, guys, what do you guys think?
Arrow.
We're
Well,
leaving.
the only way
We're going.
the only way
we're,
we have to have the angel take us, right? Because she's our only fast travel. Or
Where are you
can
headed?
move as quickly, Ellen?
yeah, we're gonna go with the other angel.
Okay, you're gonna have
I'll turn back to normal form.
I'm like, Shalome, stop.
Okay.
After setting Deimos down so he doesn't fall.
Okay. Salome opens her arms up to begin to and says, "Okay, let's go. Gather near." And she looks around and she says, "Wait, where's Vouchy?"
Already at swarm.
He's right
If it-
here. Okay, we were gone for a while. I look 30 feet in any direction. Where's he at?
You see, Vouchy is still charging at the mountain. He was gonna go run to help break it apart. So he's about 30 feet away from you guys, charging at where the mountain was.
Or I sprint after him.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
super fast. I'm like crazy fast right now. I grab him and pull him back.
Okay, you pull him back there.
It was gonna take him another like 30 minutes to realize that the mountain had already come down.
Yeah, about the time it would have taken him to get there from where you were at the foot of the mountain. Okay, you grab him, pull him into the circle, and Salome says, "All right, close your eyes." And as you shut your eyes, your heads are filled with the vision of snowflakes fluttering in the wind. All right, where do you want her to bring you?
Our final destination is going to be the other angel, the Ash Sparrow.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I would tell her to try to lose the trail just in case they try to follow us. Like
Okay.
maybe zigzag. Don't make a beeline for it. Like if they follow a straight line, so they wouldn't know where we're going. Does that make sense?
Okay. So she
How-
says
how
to you
about
guys,
this path, Ellen, on the map, if she's able.
um, okay, but in order for us to evade them, you're going to have to silence your thoughts. Okay. So I need you guys to roll. This is going to be a stealth check, but it's going to be a stealth check based on intelligence. So if you have proficiency in stealth, you can add your proficiency. But otherwise, it's just an intelligence check.
Now, what happens if I'm like? It should be like the smarter you are, the harder it is. Like we're trying to get low numbers here.
Yeah, I'm with Deimos on this one.
You gotta quiet your thoughts.
I just got the best I could do. I'm like, yeah, I'm super good at thinking about not doing it. The D4 to whatever it is.
Okay. Adis, was that I want an intelligence check, but if you have proficiency in stealth, then
If you can change it on the skill tab
okay.
so that it'll still say stealth, but it didn't add my proficiency bonus. I just
Alright.
got plus 16 to intelligence checks.
Okay. So Renly, you have a 33.
So are we looking for high numbers or low?
High number. It's a stealth check.
What are you talking about? We're trying to not be smart. All right. Well, I have a 22 right now, but I'll use it. I'll spark it. So that's times 3.
Okay. Adis, you are at an 18. Elwyn, you are at a 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
To help us out, give me just 2 seconds. I'm scrolling through my obnoxiously long spell list here.
Stealth, so not intelligence.
It's an intelligence check, but you're quieting your mind. It's a stealth of your mind.
Would I think, based on how she described it, if this would help at all?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. We're probably gonna take a rest. Or no. How long does it take us to get our 10th levels back? I forget.
I think I said 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Midas, did us throwing rocks at the demons count as being in combat?
Sure.
It counted.
One round of combat. One round of combat.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Sweet. That was a 6. I'll take back a 5th level spell.
Okay.
Alright. Since I rolled the lowest, I'll mind blank myself. Did I roll the lowest?
You
You
had an
did?
18. And Elwin had a 15.
I'll mind blank Elwin since he got the lowest.
Okay. So everyone succeeds. Adis, your mind is I mean, you did not succeed, but the group is carrying you. So it's like there's you guys are moving, and you're just a little clanky. Right? You're the guy in full plate armor while everyone else is sneaking.
Sweet. We just can't
Okay.
let him know where Elwin is because he's like uber powerful. So
All right. So you guys flutter in the wind, zigging and zagging, being lifted up and down, carried away by the currents over this plain. Salome is able to bring you about this far in the first 8 hours before she needs to rest. All right. For the sake of expediency, I'll say you guys can get a short rest here. She'll do another 8-hour stint, try to get you to here. Okay, and by the second 8 hours. And so we'll leave off for tonight with you guys settling right here onto this little peninsula of Shehakim, engaging in your second rest. All right, we'll pick that up next week.
alright. Hey Elwin, you have the protection of the mind blank for 24 hours. If it becomes relevant next session, just as a note.
Alrighty.
And as
All right,
a
guys.
nice kind of tool, I will tell them about the thunder.
I don't think I ever met that guy.
So Renly,
Because I
Lathander, what he was telling you is there's only is the one of only 2 remaining greater gods.
Exactly.
The other 7 have died. Okay.
Bagging at the store at home.
So that's what he was telling you.
Who's the other one?
All right, guys. The other one?
Yeah, who's the other one?
He didn't
Probably
mention.
Tempest. It's
probably
Tempest.
probably the top of the top gods. If I were guessing, he probably would not be anyone other than the last to fall. If I were to wager.
The other greater god is Bane.
No,
That's why.
Tempest. Oh. So there's 3.
Oh, so there's only one. There's only one good greater god left then.
Yeah, so Tempest. You guys fucking suck at this game.
You know what's really been irking at the back of my mind, though, to be totally honest, like out of character, is like we know Davos's god is Bane. It's been revealed, right? But what I don't get is Bane has to know that we are literally tearing through their dudes. So why the fuck does he keep helping Deimos?
Bane is not Bane.
Like-
Bane is not a devil. Bane is not a devil. Bane is not a demon.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not. Oh, you changed.
No,
No, Bane's always been a god.
Bane's a god.
No, I know, but in traditional, I just assumed he was
he's like
evil.
better than all the bad dudes because he's like the good guy of the bad dudes.
So yeah, Bane is
No, I just
Bane is a
assumed
god.
you were using of the gods you were using from like Forgotten Realms. You kept their alignment, so I just assumed he was a bad guy.
Oh, he's not necessarily a good god, but he's not from the abyss. He's not from hell. He's not. He was, he was in Mount. He lives in Mount Celestia.
Gotcha.
All right,
So
we'll pick up
he's
there
not
next week,
part
guys.
He's not part
Yeah.
of the douchebags attacking Mount Celestia.
The invasion, no.
Gotcha. there's a lot of stuff about your campaign that I missed out on. So there are some crucial
For sure.
details that I don't know.
For sure.
But that was
All
fun.
right.
The Renly scene was
Have a good night,
awesome.
guys.
Right.
Yeah.
See you guys.
It was 12.
Have a good night.
Wasn't
Peace.
that guy
Yeah.
though? Wasn't that guy the same person who had tea with her when she died though?
No, that was do you remember his name, Renly? Your
Sure.
T friend? Oh,
Off.
I forgot. She left. That wasn't. That wasn't. There was. That was the other old guy. He was the former headmaster. I forget his last name. Or his name.
Gotcha.
That was the cleric, and he was the a priest of Lathander.
Oh, gotcha. Lathander's the in normal lore he's the elven god, isn't he?
That's Corlin Larathian. Lathander is a god of life and rebirth, that kind of thing.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
So.
Alrighty, well, thanks again, man.
All right.
That was fun.
Take care. Yeah. Thanks.
Cheers.
See you next week.